Syria Mosque was a 3,700-seat performance venue located in the Oakland neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, constructed in 1911 and dedicated on October 26, 1916. The building was originally built as a mystical shrine for the ancient Arabic order of the Nobles of the Mystic Shrine and designed by Huehl, Schmidt and Holmes architectural firm of Chicago. It was recognized as one of the best examples of exotic revival architecture. Located at 4223 Bigelow Boulevard, it held numerous events over the years, mainly highlighted by concerts of the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra and numerous internationally recognized music performers, as well as political rallies and speeches. Despite community efforts to have Syria Mosque designated a historic landmark, the building was demolished August 27, 1991. Concert events. Among the concert events, February 28, 1920, Enrico Caruso performs just 18 months before his death. October 5, 1924, John Philip Sousa. January 28, 1944, Symphony No. 1 by Leonard Bernstein had its premiere at the Center. January 9, 1953, world premiere of Willaert Piano Concerto No. 4 with Bernardo Segal and the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra conducted by Ettore Willaert. April 28, 1955, Horace Heidt performs at Syria Mosque and MCs a talent competition, all for charity. Buddy Holly, Sam Cooke, Dionne Warwick and Solomon Burke in 1963. Bob Dylan in 1966 and again in 1990. The Who in 1969. The band in 1970. The two-year-old Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre opened its first season as a professional organization in 1970. Mickey Newbury in 1971. The Allman Brothers Band in 1971. Rod Stewart and the Faces July 16, 1971. Deep Purple July 16, 1971. Carly Simon in 1972. Pink Floyd in 1971 and 1972. Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band on October 15, 1972. The Doobie Brothers on November 15, 1973. David Bowie in 1974. The Carpenters in 1974. ZZ Top in 1974. The Eagles in 1974. Jesse Colin Young in 1974, Genesis in 1974, 1975 and 1976. A recording of the April 13, 1976 show has since been widely bootlegged. Frank Zappa on November 6, 1974, on November 17, 1984 and on February 25, 1988, March 8, 1988. The Van Morrison on May 21, 1974. Bruce Springsteen on August 9, 1975. James Taylor on July 25, 1976. Kansas on October 30, 1976, in a show that was recorded and later broadcast by 102.5 WDVE-FM. June 14, 1982, the inaugural Mellon Jazz Festival. August 4, 1983, Count Basie's final public concert performance. Dire Straits in 1985. Tears for Fears on June 15, 1985. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble in 1986. The Fabulous Thunderbirds in 1986, billed as the Thunderbirds, REM in 1985 and 1986. The Bangles in the MTV Broadcast Concert 1986. New Order in 1986. The Cure, Whitesnake and Quiet Riot in 1987. Jimmy Page in 1988. The Ramones in 1988. Jane's Addiction in 1988. Anthrax, Exodus and Halloween in 1989. Winger in 1989. Jimmy Buffett on December 7, 1989. Public Enemy, Queen Latifah and Biz Markie on February 1, 1990. Political events. Among the political events, October 24, 1923, British Prime Minister David Lloyd George. January 2, 1944, Harry S. Truman. November 2, 1944, Harry S. Truman, Orson Welles, Gov. Gifford Pinchot and Mrs. Kermit Roosevelt. November 10, 1947, making international headlines, Henry A. Wallace announces he is a candidate for president. June 6, 1950, Ronald Reagan. October 8, 1952, Richard Nixon addressing a crowd of 3,900. October 22, 1952, Harry S. Truman. November 1, 1956, Richard Nixon and Amp. Pat Nixon. October 27, 1958, Dwight D. Eisenhower. October 10, 1960, John F. Kennedy. October 24, 1960, Richard Nixon. November 4, 1966, the last public appearance by longtime mayor, governor and boss David L. Lawrence. Birthplace of network television. On January 11, 1949, from 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. EST, KDKA-TV began its initial broadcast on its network, centered in Pittsburgh. The program began with a one-hour local show broadcast from Syria Mosque, then finished with 90 minutes from ABC, CBS, NBC, and Dumont, featuring stars such as Arthur Godfrey, Milton Berle, Dumont host Ted Steele, and many other celebrities. The station also represented a milestone in the television industry, providing the first network of a coaxial cable feed that included Pittsburgh and 13 other cities from Boston to St. Louis. Demolition. Despite community efforts to have the building designated a historic landmark, the Syria Mosque was torn down on August 27, 1991. The site serves parking lot for the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Plans were announced that University of Pittsburgh would acquire it from the medical center in 2016.